Morning, everybody. The Breakdown, episode 83, sponsored by Unstoppable Domains, also sponsored by xSPECTAR, powered by Gokhshtein Media. And again, your boy is here alone on YouTube and on Twitter Spaces because Akil Patterson could not wake up this morning. Probably took too many hits from the bong. Last night we had spaces open. We had a fire chat pop-up space open to talk about uh, or touch on numerous topics, which he ultimately failed to go ahead and have any good arguments on. Let me just go ahead and post up the link to YouTube. We invite everybody to come on to YouTube to go ahead and experience and look at greatness. By the way, shout outs to YouTube, the people that are commenting. Minty, what's going on? Good morning to you. Rocky B, what's up? Hope everything's well. Let me just get this up real quick because I got to do everything myself. My co-host, he comes in trotting along. Jesus, where the hell is it, man? Hold on, hold on. Jesus walks with me. Jesus. All right, cool. I know what topic I want to touch on. I definitely know what topic I want to touch on. Good morning to everybody. Good morning to everybody. GM. I hate saying GM because I think it's dumb, but like, okay, GM. I still like saying good morning, and that doesn't mean just because I say good morning doesn't mean that I'm not Web 3, even though we're supposedly still in Web 2.5. I don't know. I'm fucking confused with what you guys say. Like 1 minute we're in Web 3, and then the next minute we're in 2.5, and then we have an update for 2.71. Whatever the case, good morning. So let me touch on this hold verified situation real quick. The paid check marks and stuff, because a lot of people don't understand. Maybe just a lot of people don't know how to read. I'm coming to the I'm really coming to the realization that people do not know how to read. I wrote out a very simple thread on why I believe there's flaws in the system, and right away, I am being attacked and being called an elitist. Let me explain why I think this entire setup is wrong. So, Elon Musk wants to get rid of bots. That's great. You know what? I can't stand them. Every single time I tweet, there are 90,000 bots that attack my tweet. So it discourages people from speaking to me or replying to a tweet that I posted. And then that means that I'm not engaging with my own fan base. So it hurts. It hurts me. So yes, the bots need to go. Cool. Let's go. Now, Elon has spent $44 billion on acquiring Twitter. Elon needs to basically make this platform work. It has not made profit. So how do you make profit? Okay, let's go ahead and you know up the game with Twitter Blue, which I currently pay for, by the way. I'm currently paying $4.99 for Twitter Blue. So now we go and make it $8, but we verify everybody. That's where I think it's wrong. So verification is meaningless to people who don't have a brand. Like if this is from my perspective. If I didn't have a brand and I'm just coming on here to shit post or shit talk with you people, I don't need this blue check mark. But earned I've worked hard to get or create a platform. I've appeared on several TV mainstream outlets. I've appeared in newspapers, I've appeared in magazines. Like, I hate saying this because people will take this the wrong way, but I'm sort of, I guess, notable in our industry. I don't know how notable I am outside of it, but within this industry, I I would think I'm a notable figure. Cool, right? All right. Now you have scammers that run all over the place here. Now they're at the point where they are stealing check marks. If you allow people to get the same check mark as I have, that means number one, somebody's going to pay $8. They will go ahead and dox themselves. They will dox themselves, and then they will go ahead and change their name. You can easily right now change your name. DeFi Daniel can go ahead and change his name from DeFi Daniel to DeFi David, or he can change it to David Gokhshtein. Then he sends a link, and if he pays the $8 and he gets the verified symbol, he sends a tweet or a DM to some random person saying, "Hey, it's David. If you send me 3 Bitcoin, I'm gonna send you 5 back. Don't worry, you can see I'm a trusted figure." 2 out of 10 people will fall for this, and then that account disappears. Do you know what happens? It is now a problem for me. It is now a situation for me to go ahead and handle, and not for the people that are saying that I am an elitist or that I think that I am better than somebody. No, no, no. You're not going to be the person that is going to be handling the situation. I will. You know why? Because these people will come and DM me and say, "David, you told me if I send you 3 Bitcoin, you would send me 6 back." Guess who's dealing with that problem? I am. I am dealing with that problem. And nobody, for some reason, and I did this, I wrote out a simple tweet. I am more than happy to support Twitter, more than happy to go ahead and pay $8, $20, because this is one of my favorite platforms and I want to support it. But this is the wrong way to go about it. You want to verify people, which is crazy because there's no other platform that actually makes you pay to be on the platform. But if you want to go that route with paid memberships, right? Because you'll get more features, cool, that's great. Make the logo, shrink the logo of the current Twitter logo, shrink it and put it right next to somebody's name once they verify themselves. Now they are a verified account because that's what you're going for, right? You're going for a verified account to know who is behind that account. So if you, for instance, here's even a better strategy, Elon. Charge the people $8 that want to go ahead and verify themselves to state that they are not a bot. Charge verified accounts $20. I'm cool with it. I'll pay the $20. I don't care. I'm supporting the platform. In no shape or form does that make me an elitist. Now, if you want to get verified, if you feel you deserve to get verified, if you deserve to get that check mark, work for it. Work for the check mark. Put in the work. I can't buy a body. Like I worked on my figure. Like I continue to work and I continue to train because I cannot buy a body. Now somebody's going to say, "Oh, you can go to a plastic surgeon and they can." No. First of all, that's going to cost like $1 million to do. Second, it will never look like the body that I can create, which takes years to create. If you want to go ahead and get a check mark, work for it. Create something. Become notable. Become a notable figure. If you're an athlete, obviously you're going to get a check mark because you deserve it. You're an athlete. If you're a journalist, you deserve to have a check mark. We got to make sure that we verify our news sources. That's why we have these check marks. And Twitter and Instagram have one of the most difficult policies to go ahead and get verified. But if everybody's verified, then it is going to, it will, I'm telling you, if everybody becomes verified and gets this check, it is going to, it's going to dumb down this platform. Like, I'm telling you, people will become less interested in. There was one person that came on yesterday's Twitter space chat and said, I came over to Twitter in 2011, 2020, or 2012 because I wanted to I wanted to chill with all these notable people. The scams will run rampant. If it's hard for people to get a check mark, if it's hard for these scammers to get a check mark right now, you're just going to make it easier for them to get it when it's $8. Literally $8. They're going to have a field day. And if you think that they won't know how to get away or get around a KY system, they will. These are scammers. They will figure out a way to get around any compliance system that you put on. So again, my rant is not about it's not about, hey, I don't want this to happen because I'm an elitist and it should be only for the privileged. And no, no, has nothing to do about that. Has absolutely nothing to do with that at all. I don't give a fuck who's verified. But if you're verified, you obviously deserve to be verified. Well, I would say most people deserve to be verified on this platform. If you currently have the check mark, you are probably doing something that has given you that check mark from Twitter. You qualified. And by the way, it wasn't easy for me to get verified. I had the credentials to get verified and I didn't get verified for when I had everything. I think at the point where I was, I guess, eligible to be verified, I couldn't get verified. I didn't go buy an account. I waited patiently. And when Twitter deemed that I deserve to be verified, okay, I'm verified. I just pressed Twitter a lot because I was like, yo, yo, guys, right now, if you're on YouTube or on Twitter Spaces, go ahead and search up my name. And you will see there are 19,000 David Gokhshteins with the same bio, same everything. That's the only reason why I wanted it. Didn't care for anything else. It doesn't do anything for me. It literally doesn't do anything for me. I didn't get my platform. One guy, and I answered one guy with this exact response. I built my platform before I got the goddamn check. I built my platform before I even got a check. I wasn't handed anything. We even live in a society where we want to be handed shit. Like everybody wants a handout. This is it. Right here, this pay check mark thing, this is this is what our society has turned into. People want it because they want to tell their friends, "Look, I got a check mark." Oh, Dave, they're going to say David is ranting. David is ranting. David's an elitist. He doesn't want anybody else to go ahead and have anything. No. Again, I'm going to say that again. I don't. That is not that is not what I'm trying to drive home here. That is not what I'm trying to drive home. I'll say it again. If you deserve if you deserve a check mark, God bless you. If you're a notable figure, God bless you. You should have a check mark to protect your brand. Have a check mark to protect your brand. You are a brand, so you should have a check mark to protect your brand. If you do not have a brand, if you do not have a platform, and you're not a notable figure, there is no reason for you to go ahead and have any check mark. That's it. And if you want to verify yourself, great. Verify yourself. Go ahead and verify yourself. That simple. And then get that little logo next to your names and have it be said that anybody who has a little bird by their name is a verified user. That's it. Elon gets the revenue that he's looking for. Everybody stays happy. People are allowed to go ahead and protect their brands and their assets. And and we continue to go ahead and ship post and hug each other. We can all ship post and hug each other. What an amazing concept. Only people I've noticed, only people that don't have check marks are making it sound like we are privileged. Those who have a check mark, the people that don't have a check mark, are the ones that are talking the most shit and putting down people that have worked their asses to get to this point on social media. How about you appreciate the people that have worked and grinded their asses off to get into the position of being given a check mark by Twitter? By the way, I have a check mark with Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, goddamn every single platform that is out there. I have a check mark with them. Doesn't mean anything to me though, except that it does protect my brand. My personal brand means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. And I will protect it at all cost. I will protect my personal brand at all cost. Of course, well, Elon Musk doesn't need to be verified. People are going to name out people that don't need to be verified. Great. I'm not Elon Musk. I don't have 90 million people following me. I'm in a niche. I'm in a niche industry. Like this is niche right here. Like I'll say I'm niche famous within this industry that we're currently in. People know me within this industry. But it's one that has to deal with finances. I can make an argument from like I can make a this is a valid argument. Like you don't even have to like me. You don't have to follow me, but you goddamn know this argument that I am talking about right now is fact. I can't wait until like Weight Watchers comes out with like, hey, just pay $20 and we'll go ahead and give you the body that David has worked on for years. You go see a bunch of people go ahead and sign up. We'll put special tank and you'll be able to go ahead and transform your body without doing anything. And you can still eat hot dogs and hamburgers at the same time. You have yesterday we were talking about this. I don't know how many people were in the room. We're talking about how, you know, Akil Patterson, obviously he's not here right now, but Akil Patterson hates Elon Musk. And I'm just trying to figure out, well, why do you hate him now, but you didn't hate him before? Because he he did not hate Elon before Elon decided to purchase Twitter. But all of a sudden, as soon as Elon purchased Twitter, well, Elon's a bad guy. Why? Why? Because he's going to let people, Republicans, be able to go ahead and talk without having the fear of being taken off the platform? Is that why you hate him? What do we actually learn if we're just think about this? What do we learn if we're not able to have conversations with people that we disagree with? Like what do you learn? Nothing. You learn absolutely nothing. You're stuck in an echo chamber full of people just yesing you to death, telling you what kind of a great job you're doing. Like you're just stuck with people that are not going to go ahead and level you up in any sort of fashion. Like right now, Jordan Peterson, okay? Jordan Peterson, who I think is a phenomenal, I mean, I think he's a phenomenal person. He's trying to help men get back their balls. He's been deplatformed. He has been deplatformed because he will not go and use pronouns. Yet everything else that he does, is, you know, and I'm talking about helping people, it's pushed to the side. It's pushed to the side. We live in this society where, like, yo, I'm being like, this is crazy. Like, where you cannot say a word anymore. You have to walk on eggshells. We had the same thing. We had the same thing. I'm reading the comments, by the way. On shout outs to people on YouTube. The chat just goes. I'm trying. I'm trying to see. My light is blocking the goddamn thing. Uh, no, Hodl for life. Patterson has been. He was taken off of Twitter. So Peterson didn't go ahead and Jordan Peterson didn't just leave Twitter. He was taken off. And it's funny, every single time he has a conversation and he nails people to the wall, nobody has an answer or reply back to him. When he says men should be dangerous, he's not saying men should go out there and beat up on people. He's just saying that men should know how to be monsters and control it. He's not saying anything wrong. He's saying everything right. Thank you, JTC. Yes, I am almost done with this current setup. I have two setups. Y'all already seen the the podcast setup with the black background. This one's gonna look dope as hell too. Yes, I am MTC and screw Best Buy. But we have to have a platform. Ultimately, we have to have a platform where we can all sit here and shoot out shit and shoot out truths and be able to go ahead and agree to disagree and walk away like mature adults like we used to do 20 years ago. Now, we're scared to go ahead and say anything. Scared to say a word. We are soft. Yo, you know what makes me laugh when everybody posts a meme of that meme where it says fuck around and you'll find out. You guys seen that meme? Fuck around and you'll find out. That makes me laugh. That makes me laugh because you have no idea what fuck around and find out means. In this current society, fuck around and find out, that means that somebody is going to report you to the Twitter hole monitors to potentially get you banned or locked out of your account. 20 years ago, fuck around and find out would mean I'm going to take your ass in the schoolyard, okay, and we're going to shoot the fair one. That's what it fucking meant. We are growing up. We are living in the the softest, the softest society in the history, in the history, in the history of this planet. This is by far the softest society that we have ever experienced in the history of this planet. You can't say anything no more. Comedians, comedians can't even. Do you know Dave Chappelle? They are still trying to cancel Dave Chappelle, and he is a comedian. Dave Chappelle's job is to make you laugh. And Dave Chappelle, when he gets on stage, he is going to get on everybody. He is going to dish out on Jewish people. He's going to dish out on African American people. He's going to dish out on Latino people. He's going to dish out on everybody. Nobody's safe. When you go to a comic, when you go see a comedian at go to the city, you go to the Comedy Cellar. You are going there knowing that there is a potential chance that you are going to get ripped on. That comedian is going to not only goof on himself, but he's going to goof on everybody. You people are trying to cancel laughter. We are now this generation is trying to cancel laughter. We are canceling laughter. What's going to be left? After you guys succeed and cancel comedians, what are we going to do after that? Who are you going to cancel after that? I can't wait for the Karen to get angry and say, we need to cancel SpaceX because I don't like the idea of going to Mars. When's that happening? The Fed comes out with rates today. I'm sure the Feds are going to hit us with 75 basis points. And if the rumors are true that the Fed is going to This will be the last time that they raise it by 75, and then they're going to slowly come down on these rate hikes. Then this is going to be an incredible thing for this entire space. Miss Teen Crypto is here on YouTube trying to roast me, but I'm ignoring it. I will not see. I will not go ahead and engage. No reason for me to. I've already told that story about how you know Miss Teen Crypto went ahead and invited me onto her show, only to go ahead and cancel it and reschedule it because somebody that is beneath me was apparently coming onto the show. Alan, you yeah, I was actually sitting back and think. So like, let me get back to that. Let me get let me get back to that. So I do believe that if the Fed does announce that they will not increase the rates moving forward by 75, the crypto industry will go ahead and start going parabolic. I do believe that. A lot of people have been asking me, "Yo, David, why do you keep talking about Dogecoin?" You know what? Dogecoin got me excited. That's why I'm talking about it. You know what? Bitcoin, Ethereum are cool, but half the people that I talk to are getting stupid wealthy on Dogecoin and Shiba Inu. And I'm sitting here and I'm supposed to go ahead and say, nah, I'm gonna stand on nah, I'm gonna just stand on Bitcoin, Ethereum. No, fuck that. Y'all all came for generational wealth. Well, you know what? Me too. Me too. You guys, here's the thing. I just want you to remember something. Nobody on nobody on this social media platform is paying your bills. Not a single person is paying your bills. Not one single person is going to pay for your car bill, your insurance, your for your and that goes for your car insurance and that goes for your medical insurance. Not one single person. I am tired of hearing people that I know tell me, "Hey, I've made more money with meme tokens than I did with Bitcoin or Ethereum." You know what? They are right. They are driving, and listen, I don't care for that crap, but when they go ahead and post up pictures, they're in Bentleys, Lamborghinis, and Ferraris. They're buying new houses. They're taking these crazy ass trips. They're trying to get this generational wealth. At some point, you know what? These were the same people that diehard Bitcoin maxis, diehard Ethereum people that said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna give NFTs a chance. I'm gonna get myself a board ape when it was 1 ETH, and I'm gonna go get myself some meme tokens. And their return on investment has been crazy. I'm all about the long game, but hey, I'm about long term. But like, yo, this industry is filled with opportunity. Why would I miss out on it? By the way, where are your favorite heroes from the Bitcoin maxi community? They're all gone. All your heroes, all your Bitcoin maxis, all those maxis that you looked up to, they're all gone. 80% of them vanished, gone, no longer around. They have suspended their own accounts. They are gone. Prove me wrong. They are gone. You do not see maxis anymore. They're in hiding. They have nothing to say to you. Zero. At $69,000, they could talk as much shit as they want. ultimate ultimate asset to protect us against inflation. The president of El Salvador don't even tweet no more. The president of El Salvador, who has had plastic surgery to look sort of like me, he doesn't even tweet anymore. He ain't tweeted that he's buying the dip. Michael Saylor ain't coming out here and talking anymore. You know where the community went? They went into Dogecoin. They went into Shiba Inu. They've gone into all these other meme tokens. Miss Teen Crypto, he bought the dip, but he don't talk about anything no more. The maxis are not loud anymore. They're not loud. They've gone silent. They have gone silent. You know why? Because continue, when you continue to preach about nothing, because we've heard those maxi rooms. We've all been in those maxi rooms where they just yell at people, belittle people. They're done. Or 90% of the people that would tell. First of all, let's go ahead and break them down. The Bitcoin maxis, the ones that would yell at you in the room. First of all, half of you people have more Bitcoin than they do. That's number one, because they had $13 in Bitcoin. They thought they were maxis and they can go ahead and scream at people. Number two, they brought no education. There is not one Bitcoin maxi that has taught you about what Bitcoin does. Half the people I talk to still don't understand what the hell Bitcoin does. They don't get it. They're gone. They are gone. Have you noticed some of your favorite Bitcoin maxis? Okay, hold on. I got crucified. When I came into this space, I was crucified. I was put on the cross like Jesus was, because I went ahead and said, I believe in I love Bitcoin, but I believe in this entire space. I was crucified. The same people that were going ahead and giving me shit, do you know what they're doing now? They no longer have Bitcoin in their bios. They are now going to Web3 conferences. Hi, Pomp. You remember Pomp had Bitcoin in his bio? Well, that's gone. Pomp is now at Web3 conferences. Your heroes left you. I never left you. Your heroes left you. I never left you. I just want you to remember that. I supported this entire space, this entire industry. I never, ever left. Zero. Exactly, Jason. I agree with you. They just ride the narrative. But that's it. Your favorite Bitcoin influencer is gone. Gone. They're not here. And if they are, they have transitioned themselves into Web3. They are now holding NFTs, which they said would never ever work. They said NFTs will never work. It is vaporware, it is garbage. Now your favorite Bitcoin maxi influencer is has a PFP of a Bored Ape or a crypto punk in their profile. That's right. It is 10:27 a.m. on the East Coast. I think it's like 7:27 a.m. on, is it 7 or is it no, it's 7:27 on the West. But nobody cares about the West. This is the breakdown, episode 83, sponsored by Unstoppable Domains, sponsored by xSPECTAR, powered by Gokhshtein Media. If you want to come on and talk, you can go ahead and request a link from me and I'll send it out to you. Since Akil Patterson couldn't make it to the show, this is becoming a this is not an unusual recurrence here. But you can come up here. Twitter Spaces is just for those who are lazy to make their way over to YouTube Live. Because obviously we are concentrated on building the account on YouTube. You lazy son of a bitches. It just takes 2 seconds to go ahead and switch on to another app. By the way, so flexing. I am not flexing. This is just natural. I was just moving my arms, and it just so happened that my cuts came out. Waiting for the weather. It, is it raining blue check mark tears? I touched on blue check marks, by the way. So hopefully, people, if you can't read, if you cannot read, please use Google Translator. Use Google Transmitter. I'm just laughing because man, people really feel entitled. The people that say that you are feeling entitled, they're the ones that feel entitled to tell you how you have to go ahead and live about your life. Those are the motherfuckers that are entitled. Yet they will not put in the work. Not put in the work. And that's why they end up in Chipotle serving DeFi Daniel his his burrito meals that come up all fucked up. I know it's hard to concentrate on your work when I'm on. I get it. Jason, I know Apple should be paying me. Apple should be paying me because I'm looking at my screen right now and I did not even notice, but I have an iPhone on my desk. I got the iMac. I got the other iMac. I got the Mac Pro. I mean, like, I got the camera in the back of me and I got that Forbes plaque over there, over here. That, the plaque. Forbes gave me a plaque. Matthew asked, "What is the goal of Gokhshtein Media?" Here's the goal of Gokhshtein Media. You ready? Gokhshtein Media will replace Cointelegraph and CoinDesk. We are going to be the number one news source when it comes to crypto and Web3. And you know what? It probably is going to start, one day it's going to transition out of there as well. And we're going to talk about everything. But the only way that we're actually going to do this is if we have the community support. So if you guys in the community vibe with us, we'll become bigger. I appreciate everything that the community's done for us now, but I believe in the next 2 years, that's where we'll end up. I really do. Listen, I've stated this multiple times. I will crawl. I will crawl to make sure that it happens. It doesn't happen overnight either. Dave Portnoy, it took him like 15 years for Barstool to be known. We've bootstrapped our way here. I've turned down VC money. There are probably people in this room that offer me VC money and I turn them down because I don't need your VC money. And if a VC wants to come in, they better go ahead and make sure that they're going to be helping take G Media to different levels with their connections, because I don't just need you throwing money, which VCs, all they are is debt, by the way. By the way, VC money is debt. It is debt. Nothing more than that. It is debt. My thing is here's the thing though. G Media has an excellent platform. If people would put away their egos, if half of these crypto influencers would put away their egos and join G Media, notice how I don't call it Gokhshtein Media, I call it G Media. If you were to join G Media, and I'm going to speak out to everybody, if you would join G Media and you would help grow this brand, including yours at the same time, it's like you're growing your brand and you're growing this brand, we would have a media company that calls it as it is. So we don't have to turn to mainstream media, where mainstream media has their own agenda because they're run by the 1%. No. This platform is run by the people. It is the people's platform. But there are too many people with egos and too much pride that they can't go ahead and jump onto. It's like, think about what G Media does for you, right? G Media is like Ethereum. You can build on top of Ethereum, right? If you're a project, you can build on top of Ethereum, and then you can decide, I can stay building on top of Ethereum, or I can build my own blockchain. To which effect, good luck to you either way. Wouldn't you want, my whole thing to you guys is, don't you want a news source that is made by the people? Don't we want that? You know, people talk a good game in this space. I've bootstrapped this entire thing, not taken 1 cent from anybody. Here you are, you have a platform. If the community really wants to make something big, they'll make it big. But you guys aren't about that life. You rather support you rather support mainstream media that does not care about our space. They don't. They don't care about our space. They don't even they give our space 15 minutes of airtime. And that 15 minutes, 14 of it is negative. That crypto is bad, that Bitcoin is bad, that everything's bad, NFTs are worthless. Yet G Media here, with the people that work behind the scenes, all they do is work their asses off to create content, to dumb down the information, to give it to you in layman's terms. Shout outs to the people that support us. Shout outs to people that got the merch. But for those that have not jumped in yet, you talk a good game, but yet you don't support people that are working tirelessly in this industry to go ahead and provide an outlet for everybody. Should I go ahead and make a DAO for G Media? Should we make NFTs for G Media so people have a say in G Media? Will that go ahead and give people incentive? Do you want people? Do you want people who actually know what the fuck they're talking about giving you the news? Or do you want people that have absolutely no clue about the space giving you shit, laying it out for you? Did I just go on a rant? Did I just go on a rant? I think I just went on a rant. I went on a rant. What is up with these what is up with these fucking by the way, when before go to the next topic, I just want to say that shout out to the people that support G Media. It's I've been working on this thing for 5 years, man. 5 years. Started off as a magazine, 3 years ago changed into a media company. Every single second I was told that I was going to fail. I have people asking me, why am I doing this? Why you're wasting your money on this? Why you bootstrapping this? You can have your own brand. Well, you don't need this. You're not making anything from this. This is what I get every day. I'm being straight up. Every day I get people telling me that I am an idiot. People that are close to me tell me that I am an idiot, that I'm continuing to fund G Media, and that it's wishful thinking that I will end up end up taking over for Telegram, for Cointelegram, and for CoinDesk. I keep being told that I have no shot in hell to go and make this media organization into a big thing. Do you know how that feels? Every day, I'm guys. I'm being for everybody here, for everybody listening to Spaces. Every day, I am told that I'm going to fail. Every day, and there are people that are praying. I am talking about there are people that are going to a mosque, to a church, to a synagogue, praying for the downfall. That's spiteful. Praying, praying that G Media does shut down. Hey, David, why are you doing G Media? What is the purpose of you running these shows? What is the purpose of you doing all this? You can go ahead and build your own personal brand. What are you doing with this? Why do you need it? If you look in our space, there is nobody reporting. When I came into the space, there was really no information available. We are still early, and there are going to be people coming in looking for a platform that will give them the news, but news that they can understand, education that they can understand. I understand I don't have to do this. The difference is I want to do this. If I showed people the bills that I pay per month, people would say that I'm insane. People would literally say that I am insane for doing what I'm doing. They would not be able to comprehend why I am doing what I'm doing, why I have still stuck with G Media, and why am I continuing to try to push it with no guarantee of success. I don't give up. I don't give up when I set myself, and this is something that, you know what? Hopefully, this motivates everybody else in here before we go on to talking crypto and talking about these art goblins or gobblers or whatever this crap is. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Your own family will doubt you. Your own family will not believe in you. Trust me, they will turn on you. They don't believe in you. Believe in yourself. This is not pride, this is not ego. Even though everybody has ego, this is about if you have a goal, fulfill, yeah, at least do everything possible to get there. And if you fail, you really didn't fail. You just learned a lesson to come back stronger. That's it. That's it. That's how you get a platform, and that's how you get a check mark, by the way. Now, turning to this art gobblers, okay? The art gobblers. Never heard of these art gobblers. I don't, Miss Teen, I do not see you in the waiting room. You're not here. I do not see you. There you go. All right, Miss Teen Crypto has made her way here. Gonna fill in for Akil Patterson because he couldn't wake up.
Hi,
What's up?
GM, how are you? I know you were a
I'm
little
good. I'm
angry
on
today.
fire.
I know. So like, yeah, like a lot of stuff has gone down and you were roasting me before, David. When you like roasted me 20 times on my own show on Halloween. So I guess like, I forgive you though. No hard feelings.
I don't roast people.
Yes, you.
Um, I don't. I just tell people the truth, and they feel like it's they're being roasted. Uh, you on Halloween stealing somebody's outfit, not cool.
Listen, Red
Okay.
Riding Hood gave it up. She didn't she was just like, "All right, like take it, you know?" And I took the cape and left. That was it. I took her candy too.
that Miss Teen Crypto ended up on the Citizens application. If you guys don't know what Citizens Report is, it's like this application you can download, and it tells you everything you need to know about what's happening around your neck of the woods. and it was reported at like 8:16 p.m. that Miss Teen Crypto went ahead and stole somebody's entire Halloween outfit. The girl happened to be like 14 years old.
That's messed up.
Devastated. It was her first time trick or treating as well. Apparently, reports say it was her first time trick or treating,
Wait,
and
what? What 14-year-old is going trick or treating for the first time? 14 is when you start hanging out with friends on Halloween.
it might have been her first time being in this country. I don't know. Like anyway, these are the reports. I didn't dive deep into them, but hopefully you return the outfit to the innocent child that you stole that outfit from.
I will. It will go to, like, good purposes. The cape, I'll return it to her. I'll give her, like, it's just like, those people on Twitter that are like, "Oh, if you give me 1 BTC, I'll give you 2 BTC back." Like,
Yeah.
she gave me 2 mini chalky bars, I'll give her 4 mini chalky bars and the cape back to make up for all of it.
So what do you feel about this? What, what do you feel about this whole Elon Musk thing where he wants to give everybody a check mark?
So I have like mixed feelings on it. So I've been trying to get a check mark for so long. I've been in multiple news sources like New York Times, USA Today, Business Insider. I don't even know what at this point. I've been on Fox Business a few times, and I still can't get verified. And I have like tons and tons of imposter accounts, right? That are actively messaging my community, asking them for money. People I know have sent them money instead of texting me first. You know what I mean? And it annoys me. So for one way, for if I could pay maybe $8 a month and try to avoid that problem, then I want to do it. But on the other hand, I feel like it should be a different check mark than yours, right? Like, because I think there should be a different check mark for Twitter Blue, just so people know you're not, you're authentic. But then there should be like a legit check mark like yours to show that you're a notable individual, which is something I'd still like to have. So I have mixed feelings
Well,
on it. I just want to stop the scammers. That's my thing.
m- so like all kidding aside, because I know like we go ahead and joke around,
Yeah.
but you can like for instance you can apply for verification you yourself
I
and
get
get
denied.
approved. No, but you're getting denied. I know why you're getting denied,
Why?
but you could go ahead and get approved.
Oh, we gotta talk about that then.
Yeah, you easily in seconds you would be approved, but you deserve to get approved because you've been on Fox News, you've been on mainstream media. Uh, I mean, like your credentials are there because you're a notable person. Like people within this space know who you are.
Yeah.
But for those that are just going to come on and just get a check mark, that's going to lead into problems. Okay, that's great for Elon Musk and his pocket, but I mean that could last for maybe 6 months before Twitter goes ahead and has this whole civil war, and then people leave to
Yeah.
other platforms because they're like, yo, this platform is like, it's crazy. I'm out of here. I came on here to, follow my favorite, I guess, influencer or notable person. And now it's a complete, crap show. So like, I'd look, I don't even know if paying for $8 a month is going to stop the bots because people don't have
Honestly,
to buy.
yeah. Because I think whatever solution you come up with, there's always going to be scammers that find a way around it, right? So like what even now, right? I know you've probably seen it, the Vitalik giveaways, and they're verified accounts, but they're not Vitalik's verified accounts. So even, the authenticity of a blue check mark is starting to diminish as it is. So I feel like if everyone can just pay to get the same check mark, then it devalues it a little bit. I think, like I said before, there should be something where like it's a separate, like maybe a little weird check mark just to show that you have Twitter Blue, and then a separate check mark if like you're a notable individual. That's how I feel at least it should work. So that way the creators and the notable people are still valued the same. Because I know that, when I look at somebody's Twitter and they're verified, and you kind of like get an idea like, okay, so they're known, they're a real person. Let me actually go do some research on this person. But then you always find these spam accounts and imposter accounts. It's just crazy. It's too much. I think there should be two
Yeah.
different verification badges. Like I know Parlor. Are you on Parlor?
I went on there and then I was like, yo, this is too much for me.
Yeah, so they have a few different badges, right? So I was easily verified because like I was talking to the Parlor team like a really long time ago. So I was talking to them and they have like a bunch of different badges, like one for notability, one for like OGs and stuff like that. So there's a way to like validate each person and there's different badges. I feel like maybe Twitter could kind of like think about that type of scheme a little bit. But again, like I get there should be a different way. I think that the check mark that we have now is really valuable. Everyone, even on Instagram, TikTok, people fight for that check mark. It's like, a badge of freaking honor at this point. It's like your bored ape. It's a badge of honor. And, it means something. So I don't know if this is gonna just kind of diminish the value if everyone could get the same thing just
And
by paying
I
for it.
said, you know what? I said this, like, I don't want, like, you, all right. So, like, I compared it to like exercising. Like, you can't, like, imagine if you can buy, like, I guess in this society now, like, if you could buy a body for $30 a month, maybe people would go ahead and pay $30 a month to
Ew.
sit on a couch and just all of a sudden they wake up, oh my God, I have cubes. Like,
Cubes.
like, but like, there's
Yeah.
something about working for it that you like. I said this again. I'll repeat it. There was some guy who trolled me and said, "Oh, look at the elitist. He's so mad that he's gonna get
What?
his, he needs his badge." I'm like, first of all, I built my platform without a blue check mark.
That's true.
I didn't have a blue check mark when I built my platform. I was given the blue check mark when I built the platform. So like I don't know what you're talking about. Now if with the blue check mark if people feel that I'm important, that's on them. I
Yeah.
don't feel I could care less if I have it or if I don't. It doesn't matter. The only reason why I want it is to go ahead and not deal with people DMing me and saying, "Yo, I was scammed by you." What do you mean?
Exactly. Oh my
Well, you
gosh.
have an
It makes
account
me
that
feel
went
so
ahead and told me to
bad.
send you, right? Like, what are you supposed to like, bro? Like, I'm verified. Look at my account. Yeah, the other account was verified too. Now, what do you do?
Exactly. But that happens now anyway. That literally look at all the Vitalik giveaways. It happens already. So, like I said, like when you come up with the solution, the scammers are always going to find a solution for themselves as well. And then, but I know Elon said something on Twitter this morning. I was reading. He was just like, "Oh, there's going to be a way that if a bot has a paid Twitter Blue account, but they're scamming, then they get taken down or their account gets suspended."
Yeah, but it
But
still doesn't. It still doesn't. Like,
I don't
so
know if
he
that's the
also
real
said, like,
solution there.
for people that are notable and public figures, they'll put a
Oh,
label on, just like President Biden has,
but then how
or
do you
like
get that label? What makes you
no, no, but
cool
they'll,
enough to get the label?
no, but they'll put it on for you, like if you're a notable figure. But
Oh,
then
that's lame.
that that doesn't mean anything though. It's
Yeah.
like it's
I
the
do that
same
on
way when
Instagram.
people tweet right now. They'll tweet out with I don't have it for some reason. I don't have it, but you know how you can say like "good morning" or "hot take."
Yes, I don't have that either. It's only select people. It's so weird. Certain features I didn't get, like the tip jar, it took me forever to get the tip jar. I was like the last person to get it, and I don't know why. It's very selective where they let certain people test. Like my dad has that, but I don't. And he's not as active on Twitter as I am. Even though he is pretty active on Twitter. That's a lie. But still, he has it
So,
and I doesn't. I
but
don't.
he has it, right? So
Yes,
like
he does.
so select people are gonna get that.
That's
But
not
still,
fair.
that's not going to do anything to stop. That's not going to tell me, oh, this person's important,
No.
or this person is notable. Like, no, like it's not going to tell me anything.
It reminds me of Instagram because on Instagram you could make a business profile and you could add a category under it. So like if you go on my Instagram, it'll say digital creator under my name. That's already existing. I don't think that's going to make any sort of like it'll help categorize people, I guess, but at the end of the day, I don't think that's a way to like set apart someone that's notable and what's not. Because if people are just coming into Twitter from Instagram, it looks like the exact same thing.
I agree. And like, but now the people who aren't verified, again, this is not a shot at anybody in this room or anybody listening on Spaces. There's absolutely not a shot at anybody who doesn't have a verified badge. By the way, I've always said this. Just because you have a verified badge doesn't mean that you're smart by any
That's
means.
valid too.
Or seriously, like there are so many
100%.
people with verified badges that are like there are accounts that have 42 people following it and they're probably some of the smartest people I tune into. Like literally, they have 52
100%.
followers, small accounts that drop alpha constantly,
Mhm.
constantly.
Yeah, even Twitter Spaces, the best Twitter Spaces I found are the ones that have literally 20 people in it. And you don't have to go in the room that has 1,000 people just to hear alpha be dropped. You could go into any Twitter space. It could be 20 freaking plebs in there that are just spitting alpha and having the greatest conversation. I mean, I there's one like the Daily Alpha I like. They sometimes get over 100 people, but when it first starts off, it's pretty small. Then there's one hosted by this guy named Metadad from 8 to 9 a.m. Eastern, and he's freaking funny. They have one time I went in there was like 20 people, and it was like one of the best Twitter spaces I was on. So value is not always from like the outside, and that's what bothers me. Like I know I'm gonna go into a little rant here, but that's what bothers me about being like in like this content creator business, and I'm sure you felt the same, where a lot of people don't value you based on your content and what you've done in this space. They just care about the verification badge, and they care how many followers you have. And that, like, followers doesn't always equal impact. You could see somebody with 1 million followers and they get 10 likes on their post, or they
Yeah.
don't post at all, or they add no value. That doesn't, like, you have to value the person based on what they put out, check mark or not, and followers or not, or like, it doesn't matter. Just support who you want to support. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to.
You know what? I didn't even realize that I was shadow banned.
I feel like I'm shadow banned too, to be honest, and I haven't even done anything. It's
No,
like,
but that's crazy. But because like I have all like everybody says, oh, you have these amount of followers, right?
yeah,
And I'm like, well, the engagement does like I don't even look at the likes and retweets. Really, I don't focus on that. Like I
it's a
focus
toxic
on
mentality. Like it
you know what I'm
really
talking
is.
about. Like, but then like all of a sudden Elon took over, and I feel like slowly people are starting to see my account again, and I'm like,
I feel
wait,
like it was
hold
the
on,
opposite for me.
really? Because like for
Yes,
me, I'm like, hold on, people are seeing my account little by little. I'm like,
yeah.
so hold on, has my content changed, or is it really that Elon has lifted these shadow bans on content creators' accounts?
I think it's a little
I
bit of
hope
both.
so.
I think your content has actually stepped up quite a lot, and you're really like ramping up a lot of stuff. So it's a mix of both. It's a mix of both. You're getting zesty out here, David.
I think in 2017 I was a little bit more my I was a little bit more vocal.
What
And
do you mean?
then
Like you're not vocal now?
no, like I wasn't I'm not the same as I was in 2017. I'm not even afraid or scared to admit that because in 2017, 18 when I was always on Twitter, but I wasn't in crypto Twitter. I
Oh,
was more so again, everybody knows the story. I came on here to fight somebody from Bitcoin, like the Bitcoin. Some guy was talking about Bitcoin, and I came on for 6 hours to fight with him. But then, like, I grew my audience by, I guess, people like that I didn't care, like, to go ahead and
yeah.
say whatever was on my mind. But then when you have this company, now you have to care. Now it's like, oh, now, well, Fox News might want to bring you on a Bloomberg, and now if you have this potty mouth, well, you might not come on. So now you got to change who you are. So mentally, I didn't want to change, but it's like, oh my god, I've matured. I have to mature. Also, if I want to go ahead and bring adoption to the space, I have to be. No, that sucks. That
I
sucks. I
think
just learned about. I sat back. I was like,
yeah.
yo, I am walking on eggshells. I'm like trying to be somebody I'm not. Like I'm like holding back. F that. Screw Fox. Screw CNN, MSNBC. This is not the words of her here. Not Miss Teen Crypto's words. It's my words. I don't care. I don't care.
I mean,
I don't
listen,
care.
I think what people are attracted to the most, and especially this day and age, and I'm talking about Gen Z primarily here, we love authenticity. The people that are famous on TikTok now are people that are literally just people, not people that put on this show, put on this facade, and live this lavish lifestyle. People are more attracted to what's real, and I think what you're doing, and even what I'm doing, just be yourself and not try to like put on this show. That's what people want, and it's not, at the end of the day, the roles are turning, right? It's not exactly the suits that are in control. It's now the people that are wearing sweatpants. and nerds like us that are out here talking about crypto every day, those are going to be the people that are winning at the end, the people that are real. Like Jack Mallers, he goes on CNBC, he's not wearing a suit, he's wearing a hoodie and Crocs. It literally lifts up his feet. I have no socks on, you don't want to see that. But he lifts up his feet and he has Crocs on. So it's like, I the roles are turning. So I think what you're doing, that's what's gonna pay off in the end. People don't want this like robotic figure, like, yes, I am David. I love Bitcoin because bah bah bah. Like, no, they want to hear your voice. They want to be like, yeah, bro, I'm David, and this is why I believe in Bitcoin because we have to be our own bank, like how you do, like with your strong voice. So that's what people want. At the end of the day, Fox will probably invite you back because you are who you are, and they love that. Charles Payne, he invites people on that are real because he's a real guy. And we're going to have more of that. Even Liz Clayman, love that woman. Go Liz Clayman.
I feel,
Woo.
I feel I could I could take this a step further. I feel like the producers only invite their favorites back on, and not people that are authentic, that can go ahead and really dish it out on the topics that they're looking to dish out on, and that's fact.
I mean, I see that too because we're both in this kind of the same realm industry here. So I have seen that too, but again, like you have people like Charles that don't care and will literally say I like this person, invite them on anyway and give them
Yeah.
that platform. So it's just like you do have the give and take. So I mean, listen, like obviously they don't have complete free reign over their shows or else it would be very different. But they are changing it just because they're real people like us. So the change is coming. Like the sweatpants are taking over the suits.
Listen, I have suits and I don't wear them anymore.
Well,
I don't wear my
I mean, I
suits
did
because
call your
like
mother and ask her for a picture for my show. So we do have a little image of you in a suit.
you remember how I used to come on with three-piece suits on? Like I don't know if anybody remembers. I used to be
Yes,
in
I
suited.
do.
I used
I
to be
do.
suited up and everything. Now it's just like, yo, whatever. I'm down with what I'm Web 3. I'm Web 3, baby. There it goes. I'm Web 3
You
or Web
know,
2.7, whatever you guys are calling it nowadays.
yeah, when you came on my show for the first time you came on my show, you were like so proud and you came on and I was like, "Yo, David, like you're dressing down today. You got the hoodie and everything." And you were like, "Yo, like I'm not wearing a suit today." I was just so proud of you. And now look at you. You're being your authentic self and you're flexing in your white V-neck and you're going off. I'm proud
I
of
am
you.
first of all, I'm not flexing. I like everybody to understand I'm not flexing. This is what happens when you work out. Just like when you move your arm, it just happens. It happens that things there are certain things that I'm just saying. I'm just
Overall, I think that
what
what? What?
no, no, go ahead, and then I'm
What?
gonna ask you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna get serious for a second. I was gonna go back to the
Okay.
Twitter verification thing.
The Twitter verification thing, like the people that are crying about the verified people crying, you're wrong. Like nobody's crying. People are just, for the most part, people like myself are trying to protect their brand. So we're
And
not
I agree with that.
crying. There's no crying. Half of you guys don't know what it is to build a brand. So don't tell us about crying. Okay. Like this is hard work. Okay.
Yep.
You get a lot of you people get news from us, and that takes a lot of work. We're putting 15 hours a day into providing content. You know how hard that is? Do you know how hard do you know, like, and I said this earlier, I could have been a Bitcoin maxi and sold out and had millions of followers and this, that, and the third. I could have been walking the stage 2000 Bitcoin 2022 and 1 and 23. Well, 23, okay, different, but
You're gonna be
I
there.
could have been yeah, I mean consensus, when consensus was a big thing. Yeah. Do you know why I hardly got invited? Because I was saying, you know what? It's not only Bitcoin, it's Ethereum, it's Dogecoin, it's XRP, it's Litecoin, it's all of these other protocols that deserve to have attention. And you know what?
Yep.
I got blackballed for being a dude that was outside the box, saying that NFTs in 2017 are going to work out. Oh no, David, how dare you say NFTs might work out? Are you stupid? You hired Vesa, who was the one of the first people to go ahead and create crypto art. You
Yeah,
hired him to
Vessa's the
G Media.
bomb.
Exactly.
Love
Oh,
Vessa.
now he's the bomb. But before that, in 2017, oh no, look what David's doing. David is one of these guys that's going to kill Bitcoin.
Oh
No,
God, stop it. Stop it. Like, out of all things, you're gonna kill Bitcoin? I'm freaking weak. Dude, there are people in the government that are trying to kill Bitcoin right now. Let's be more concerned with them. Like, come on. They shouldn't, and I even saw like a month ago. I'm not like gonna name him because I feel bad. Like this kid caught so much sheesh, man. He came out on Twitter and he was said that he was still mostly Bitcoin only, but he was going to start posting about other charts and he was going to start trading and other things so that way he could profit and accumulate more Bitcoin. And the Maxi community flipped out on this kid. And I was just like, why? He's still saying that he's only trading that stuff to get more Bitcoin. It's just like, you know what? It's not right. I think I've said this before. I think it comes out of a place of love from the Maxi that they just want people to go the way that they believe the right way is so that they could all succeed. And I understand that. Maxis, Bitcoin only, stay that way if you want. But you can't, like, say that someone's like a shat coiner because they invest in something else. It's just the aggression that comes out of it is just not necessary. I think you could inform people, and the whole point of crypto is to opt out of another system and enter a new one that you choose to enter and that you believe in. So if you believe in Bitcoin and you believe in other projects, then why can't you just stick with your conviction and take the advice from other people and give the advice, but not in an aggressive way? Because at a point, when Clubhouse was first popping off and it was invite only, that's when, like, the maxi rooms were really loud, right? And I would join them, and they would yell at people for buying other tokens and other coins and telling them, legit, giving them financial advice and saying, sell your crypto for Bitcoin. And people would go on stage and say, yeah, I did all of that. Granted, that was their decision and they chose to take that financial advice.
yeah,
But it just scared me that, people have that power, and people are still willing to not do their own research and listen to others. Like, don't listen to take you could listen to us. Don't take everything we say with a grain of salt. Make your own decision. Don't let anybody tell you what to do, because at the end of the day, maybe some of that stuff that they told you to sell, maybe you would have profited more from it. Do you still love Bitcoin more? Maybe, but if you were concerned with profits, then maybe that was the wrong decision at the time. But you chose to take financial advice from somebody else.
correct. I agree.
I don't know. It upset me. But I see a lot of that fading. And even on my show, I've had a few maxis that are literally no longer maxis. And they're like, we're Bitcoin preferred. And a lot of, the maxis have straight up said it on my show where they're like, oh, the reason why I'm Bitcoin only is not because I hate other projects, just like I didn't look into them. Straight up. So you have the people that are just like, oh yeah, like I'm sticking with Bitcoin only because that's all I really know. And that's fine. But you can't give financial advice and tell someone else that they're a shat coiner if you don't really know what they're investing in.
I'd rather be a shat corner, okay, than be a Bitcoiner and continue to wait on the possibility that Bitcoin will eventually work. And again, like, I'm not saying it won't. What I'm saying is in 10 years, the possibility might be that poop coin might be the global currency of the world.
Literally, look, Elon, I think you even reposted it. Elon literally put a picture of his little doggy poo with a Twitter t-shirt on. So he's hinting at
Exactly.
Doge being used as a currency. Now, who cares? If it works, it works. And if it's what's going to bring crypto adoption, then who cares? Let's just deal with it for now. And then you never know. It could change. It could change. It doesn't matter.
Don't worry, somebody's going to take this show and say, "Oh my god, they are out here advocating for Bitcoin's destruction."
And I'm not. I love Bitcoin. That's mostly what I talk about, for the record.
And I love Bitcoin also, but to me Bitcoin's a store of value. Okay, great. Now there's other protocols out there. You have Ethereum, you have XRP, you have listen, I like Dogecoin and I like Shiba Inu.
Who
You know
cares?
what? I like them. I think the community's fun. I think the seriously, the community's fun. They actually use crypto to buy stuff. I'm talking about in the United States of America. I'm not talking about in third world countries, okay, where we can go ahead and talk about sovereign countries using Bitcoin. We know that stuff
Oh,
happens now, but I'm talking about there are actually people going to an AMC movie theater and buying stuff with Dogecoin.
facts. Facts. I love this. I love this. So I did a video on Cake Wallet slash Cake Pay, and they had a. I literally went to the mall, had Bitcoin loaded in my wallet. I did a video on this if anyone wants to check it out. Had Bitcoin on my phone, and I saw a store that I wanted to go into, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna spend $15 here, and I entered that on my phone. Got a virtual gift card. They scanned my phone, and I spent Bitcoin at the mall in multiple spots. And I believe Speedin is doing that too with a bunch of stores. So the options are out there. And it's extremely fun and so much faster than a debit card. Even a debit card, you're using that at the store, you tap and pay, then you got to with your code. I have too many codes. I could barely remember mine. Okay. But now, if I could just tap and pay or scan a QR code on my phone, then hey, we're living the dream here. This is what this is all about. It annoys me actually when people are like, oh, like why spend your crypto? Okay, yeah, I want to hodl it, but at the same time, it's cryptocurrency. This is what we're here for, is to use cryptocurrency as a currency. So don't shat on me for going and spending it when I'm just trying to push adoption and use currency the way it's supposed to be used. Yeah, I want to hodl it. I have my hodl bag, but maybe I want to spend some. Maybe I want to get zesty with it. If you're
In the United
unbanked, what
States
are
of
you
America,
spending?
here in the United States of America, we're spoiled, and we're
Absolutely.
spoiled because we don't need to spend Bitcoin. We don't need to spend Ethereum. We can hodl it until it gets to these price points that the so-called experts, the experts have deemed it to go ahead and hit. Okay, the experts are saying that Bitcoin's going to hit $500,000. Well, tell me why in the hell am I going to go ahead and spend Bitcoin if it's going to hit $500,000? I'm not. I'm not. I'm going to hold it until it hits $500,000, and then maybe I'll start go ahead and taking out profit.
Yeah.
Okay, if
Yeah.
you're going to tell me that uh, other countries, sovereign, no, they're probably spending it because they need it.
Exactly.
They need it.
And
They
that's
need
their
it.
currency. I mean, El Salvador, what are they spending? Bitcoin. Like, you know what I mean? It's happening. I even in the US, there is a lot of people that cannot afford a bank account. Even Chase Bank, if you have under $500 in your bank account, I think it is, you get charged $15 a month just for not having a lot of money. Like, it's just everywhere you look. There's money being taken from you. Stop it. Literally stop. Be your own bank and end this. I'm over it. I'm so over it, David. I've been getting so like angry at at like this whole financial system. I'm surprised people still use it. But you know what? We are spoiled in the United States. Last week I was at a family member's house that's been giving me chat about Bitcoin for 3 years, okay? And he couldn't even conceptualize the fact that the bank could shut down his account and tell him he can't spend the money. He was like, "Oh, that never happened. My money is my money." I was like, "Okay, go try to take 20 grand out of the bank. What papers will you have to sign? You have to tell them where it's going, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you need a money that's permissionless?" And then on top of that, we're so early that a lot of people don't know what Bitcoin is. Meanwhile, we have the Fed Now program that's rolling out, a CBDC that they want to roll out by July 2023. And we have all this education to do. But people are spoiled and they don't care about doing education because they're like, oh, my bank account works. But it really doesn't. But they don't know that. And they can't even wrap their heads around that. And that's scary.
People just like this whole verification thing where people, oh my God, I don't have to work for it. I could just get it. It's the same thing with this. Like
It's just,
people have a hard time taking out like or printing out paper or actually maybe looking at a few websites that actually provide educational material and doing their own research. It's very hard for people to do it
you
because
know what?
it's like you have Instacart and you can jump in your car and go to Stop and Shop.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna go and say, you know what? I'll pay $5 more and have them deliver it to me, than go jump in the car and drive and then have to deal with people inside of Stop and Shop getting the items that I want and then wait online and then waste an hour of my time when I can just have somebody deliver it.
Yeah.
That's what people want. They want
The
like that's why
laziness.
nobody's actually even looked into CBDCs. Like nobody
Yeah.
cares until it hits. Until it hits, that's when people are like, Oh, oh, really?
Duh.
This is how it works?
Literally,
Wow.
yes. During people forget that the lockdown wasn't too long ago, and the banks were closed. They were not letting you in. There were people in lines, block long lines here to get to the ATM. And the ATMs, they don't have an unlimited supply of cash. Eventually they run out. And on top of that, there was a limit. I believe my dad's limit at one of the banks, I believe it was Chase. I don't even know, but I think it was Chase Bank that said, "Oh, you could only take out $100 or $500 out of the ATM." What is that? Like, your money is not your money. Yeah, you could go on your phone and it says a balance, but it's not really there. It's not something you could touch. People are like, "Oh, you can't touch Bitcoin." Yeah, you can. It's in my freaking wallet. I could go literally take my recovery words and put it in a different wallet. You know what I mean? Like, we actually have possession. This is in our hands. Our money's not in our hands. It's in their
Correct.
hands. And it's
Correct.
going somewhere else. Like, that's the thing that people don't understand, that their money's not theirs. Like my uncle that I was talking about, he thinks he could go to the bank right now and get 20K easy, and they have it. Not that they're gonna give him 5K and tell him to come back next week and get another five. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so silly. It's so silly. And honestly, I think it's just ignorance, but sometimes ignorance is bliss. And you don't want to deal with all this stuff because again, like when you realize that your wealth, everything you worked for your whole life, is basically kind of diminishing in value by the minute.
Yeah.
That's scary. And then to say that, oh, like this new currency is going to come replace the one that you worked your life off for, that's scary. It's like, no, what do you mean? Like my money and my mom's money, my like grandma's money, like that's not what we're going to use anymore. What do you mean? That's what I struggle
People,
with
but
every day
people,
still.
yeah, but people have a hard time with change because you grow up. It's the same thing with email. Like nobody wanted to send email.
Yeah,
People
it's
are
so
like, yo,
ridiculous.
email. Like, but this is the same thing. This is, listen. This is. I mean, how this? You imagine going to your bank and you have to beg your bank to get your money out. That is, it's just weird. It's a weird concept where you're begging the bank to get your own money out, and they're telling you, well, no, you'll have to come back. What do you
Yeah.
mean I'm gonna have to come back? You have my money. Well, we don't have your money right now. What do
We
you
have to
mean? I
use that cash
deposited
for the
my
next person behind you.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you know what this I don't know if like where you live, if you've been seeing this a lot, but especially in my neighborhood, banks are closing left and right. One HSBC bank was replaced by another bank, and I don't even know the name of it because it was just so weird. And like there's like banks of Long Island over here. Like, what are you talking about? What are these banks? Like, these are banks I never even heard of. What are they doing? I don't understand. It's all very weird. It's all very shady to me. And it's just like none of it makes sense. All that makes sense to me is Bitcoin because I am my own bank. I don't have to be concerned with anybody else. No one else is in control of my wealth but me. Like, I just don't get
Bitcoin,
it. And there's only 21
Bitcoin,
million Bitcoin,
but Bitcoin needs to stabilize. The problem is with
and it
Bitcoin
will.
is that once it go, hopefully, once it hits like 150 to $200,000 per coin. First of all, let me just start with this. The education on Bitcoin, it needs an overhaul, a
Exactly.
complete and utter overhaul. Like you've had, I'm gonna tell you what happened right now.
Mhm.
Bitcoin has taken 3 steps back, and I'm gonna explain why. You had these newborn maxis come into this space. They didn't educate nobody. All they did was hold rooms, which you could call echo chambers, and all they did was discuss how cool they are. I have Bitcoin. And when a new person would come in and try to figure out what Bitcoin is, that new person, that normie that was trying to enter this space, when they would come in and ask a question, these people would blow them to shreds.
Yes. That
And
upset
then
me so
now,
much.
and here's the great thing. So after a new person, let's say I'm new to crypto, I come into a room and I ask about Bitcoin. I'm like, hey, so I heard about Litecoin and I heard about XRP. What do you mean, you idiot, you pube, da 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 da. Okay, you know what? I'm like, yo, I'm out. I'm out. Let me get out of here. And now I go into the next room and that room happens to be about Leo's favorite token, which happens to be herpes coin or token. Okay. Now there's a room talking about herpes token. I'm like, great. I'm gonna get into herpes token, not knowing that it's not really a good cryptocurrency to go into. And now I'm in that thing. And now the Bitcoin maxis are like, see, you guys are the problem. You guys that make people go into these tokens, these random tokens. No, idiot, you're the problem. The problem is that you wouldn't give that person like Leo the time of day to go ahead and explain to him what Bitcoin really does. So what Leo did was he packed up his bags after being screamed at and then went into herpes. And now he's stuck with a bag of herpes and he can probably, I guess, tell his kids about herpes and how he made a bad decision when he got into it. My whole thing is all those people that you guys were so infatuated with, they, number one, they're all gone for the most part. They no longer have a Bitcoin sign or lightning sign in their goddamn profiles.
Yep.
And they're the ones who went and caused Bitcoin to go 2 to 3 steps backwards because of the way they would present Bitcoin. Even the people that go on, this is real talk, MTC. Even the
Hmm.
people that go on to mainstream media, they classify Bitcoin in its own class and
I
throw
was gonna
everything
say
in the
that.
garbage.
I was
So
actually
what
gonna
do you
say that
do?
next.
Our people that are supposed to represent this space are going on to mainstream media and literally saying everything's garbage, but it's Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. You know what that's going to do? That's like you being told as a kid, don't smoke. You know what's going to happen? You're going to smoke.
Yeah, pretty much. And you know what's funny too? Because I think he was even I want to say it was No Regrets. He went on CNBC and said Litecoin was poopy. And then they literally replaced Litecoin on the screen sometimes with Solana and something else. And it's just like, you know, they have to do their own research too, right? So it's just like I think I think why the maximalists primarily get on TV is because they have the following and
Yeah.
they're already well known and they're considered the most literate on Bitcoin. But then it's like again, like you have the people like Charles Payne that like are actually in the space a little bit and are observing like who's out here who really knows who really knows
Yeah,
their
but Charles,
stuff. And
but you
he
know
and
what? Charles also brings them on.
he
Charles
does, but
also
he
brings
also
them on.
brings people like me on to talk about NFTs. Like I was on there
I
during Art
well,
Basel
hold on.
talking about
I
NFTs.
I see more. I see more people c- come on to Charles. I love Charles. This is not a shot at Charles Payne, but it's real. I see more people. He, he keeps on bringing on the same people to talk about the same narrative about Bitcoin.
Yeah,
Yet, yet the people that actually know the space better don't get the same airtime.
unfortunately. And I think that
And
will
this
change.
is not hate. It's just it's annoying to it's annoying to watch somebody who doesn't appreciate the entire space. That's the problem.
And I think that's also attributed. I think the guests that are on TV now are also attributed to the bear market, right? So it's just like during the bear market, they Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, NFTs that get no airtime. You know, like we're in a situation where people are like flooding Bitcoin. Not a lot of people want to get in right now, and the price isn't pumping, so that way it doesn't get coverage. I think in the bull market, you're going to see a lot more different people on TV and sharing different narratives because that's what's hot then. And honestly, it shouldn't be that way. You know, I think it should be talked about all the time, not just when the hype is in. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, we're so early that that's the way it is. And again, we're so early. Even like we're talking about like who's on TV now. If you look back like 3, 4 years ago, nobody was on TV talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin was barely even mentioned on TV. And
Correct.
when it was, even the name Bitcoin being said on TV, people would tweet about it, flip out. The price would probably pamp a little bit because of that small news. Now we have adoption happening every day. The space is a little bit bigger and we're getting some airtime now. But like all things, it's a progression and we're still early.
We are still early. Um, I think I would I have my own obviously platform, so I rather report it from G Media than go on and talk about it for 4 or 5 minutes and have to
We'll do
race
both.
my thoughts out. No, no, but you know what it is? It's hard to go on to mainstream media and only get 5 minutes and try to elaborate on a subject like this when it needs more than 5 minutes. It needs more than 5 minutes for people to understand what Bitcoin is, what this industry is, and why it's so revolutionary.
You know
It's
what?
more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, and even CNBC started Crypto Night in America, but even that's like not the most bullish program. Even though like it's an hour now that they dedicate to crypto because it's so big and that they can't get away from it. So again, like we're still so early, and I think a lot of that stuff is going to come. And I could picture like a crypto hour on Fox. I think a lot of the people that are here now building are probably going to end up going on like these networks and being given 30 minutes, given an hour every day or maybe every week to talk about crypto. It's going to happen. It's just the bear market is what's slowing it down right now. I think if Bitcoin was 100K right now, everybody would be on TV. Everybody, because they can't get away from Bitcoin at that point. Right now, people are trying to suppress it. They don't want it to go up. And that's why there's no one on TV talking about it, because they can't have perma bulls on TV. Because then people are going to
Uh,
get hype again. So it's just like there's a give and take.
I think I'm just disappointed in, this is our industry, and I think we should build from within.
And that's
That
exactly what we're doing.
but then support everything that's being built within. I think
Yes.
and I said this before you came on. There are way too many egos and prideful people in this space, and everybody wants to build their own brand, and I totally understand that. Like, I, as a me having my own platform and my own personal brand, I understand. But if we actually all came together to build on one platform, like, there would be enough for everybody to go around, and everybody would have even more more press, more status, if that's what they're looking for. But I think we are just like so disconnected from seeing like this goal that can actually be accomplished if we all came. It's not a kumbaya thing that I'm saying here. All I'm
No.
saying is that, Ethereum, I compare. I'm going to speak on my platform. I compare G Media to Ethereum, and I like to go ahead and see people build on it. That's it.
Yeah.
And I think that if people, if everybody came together, the most notable names, it would be it would be dope as fuck. It really would be. It
You
would
know,
be. But it comes down to, it always comes down to egos.
it comes down to ego, it comes down to money, it comes down to like a few different things. Having, I think we need like one big platform, and then we need other people that have their own, just because we need diversity in the space, and we need like different perspectives, different personalities and things like that. But I do understand. And the thing that I like that you touched on was the support level, which a lot of people are like, oh, like, we got to help these people in crypto, help the developers, help the artists. But they only say that when they need the support in that area, right? Like, there are people that are like, oh, like, no, I'm not shouting any women out. I'm just saying that some women are like, yes, women in crypto, but then they won't collab with another girl, or they won't follow them back, and things like that. And even we have this tribalism in this space that we were talking about before, where we have Bitcoin maxi, ETH maxis, Litecoin maxis, XRP maxis, doesn't matter, it's maxis everywhere. We can't have that. I feel like if one wins, we all win, and we just need to help each other.
Absolutely.
Because it's
Absolutely.
like, even the XRP case, even if you don't like XRP or library, you don't like library, you should still kind of be rooting for them, because we need the innovation in this country.
And the same thing right there. When Ripple had the SEC attack them, every single maxi came out and said, "Thank God," and
See, and
like
that's
was
not.
rooting on the SEC. Think about that. That's crazy. So you're saying that. So what are you saying here? So like, now though, now you have the same people that were talking that mess. Now they're writing in to support Ripple because they see what's happening within our space, where there is no clarity. There
Yeah.
is no clarity. There might be regulations, but nobody knows anything about. Nobody knows how to go about anything.
Don't even get me started on that, because it's just like, okay, you could be using a cryptocurrency right now, like even library, right? You could have been using library. It's a utility token. You could have been using it to do A, B, and C, because that's what it's made for. And then the SEC could come out after and say, you did bad. That's a security, bad on you. But like, how were you supposed to know? We're still so early. And you know what? At the end of the day, it's all code. I say this all the time. It's code. Code is speech. Like, you
Correct.
cannot stop any of that. Like, you could try to blacklist addresses and blacklist like Tornado Cash, right? But then someone could go and make another one. Go make like 10,000 copies of those. Because at the end of the day, everything's pretty much open source. We could copy and paste anything we want. Like, it doesn't matter what you block, like, something else will come up. And at the end of the day, I think that a lot of these cases are just to stall, right? The XRP case. Okay, they're fighting XRP, but what's the goal of XRP? To bridge all the traditional banks into the crypto system, right? So they're fighting XRP, but at the end of the day, they're going to be using it. So again, like,
Correct.
this is just stalling at this point to try to figure out what the frick is going on here. So that way they could proceed. But at the end of the day, they still can't figure it out because you can't stop crypto. And I'm not like trying
And
to shat on the government or anything because we're just so early that nobody knows what to do here.
the funny part is
I'm getting
you make
passionate today,
points.
David.
No, no, that's good points. That's good. Listen, look, I said this. Like Ripple, like if Ripple has products that help the banking system or that can help the banking system perform faster in terms of transactions, who cares? Bitcoin is not supposed to be. Bitcoin was never created to go ahead and work with the banks.
Exactly.
Ripple created products to work with the banks. And there will be people that will never switch over from the current system, which is fiat, to our system. So, like, who cares? There's a system for everybody. Support Ripple. Like, if great, now grandma who's trying to send money to, let's say, Japan from America, which takes 5 days and the fees are stupid. Now
Atrocious.
she gets, yeah. I mean, now she'll go ahead and get to, if Ripple implements all this stuff, well, now she'll be able to send it off. It gets there within like 5 minutes and the fees are next to none.
Yeah.
Grandma wins.
Yay, grandma.
So what's the problem? What is
I
the
don't know.
beef and animosity? There should be none.
Stifling innovation. That's what it comes down to. Like, that's what it comes down to. You see all these other countries, CZ Binance, like, if you keep tabs on him, this man has flown to over 40 countries. Some of them he's gone to multiple times. And world leaders from other countries are bullish on crypto. They want to get in on crypto. It's just here, we're a little behind. And we've been behind on a lot of things when it comes to technology because we just want to hunker down and, like, make sure we keep what we have. But at the end of the day, everything evolves. So it's like you have El Salvador that's using Bitcoin as, legal tender. Who's to say, like, someone else isn't going to follow up and do that next? And then another one after that, and then another one after that. And then at the end of the day, us here, we're going to have to, like, quit whatever we're doing, stop stifling innovation, and just give in and work with the
Well,
system that's being created.
that's up to Congress now. I mean, and I think once Ripple wins its case, I think I'm hoping that everything changes. I
I
hope that the Howey test, which is I don't know, from a different century, the Howey test from a different century is finally replaced, and like people have a better understanding on how to, the innovators especially, how
yeah.
to go ahead and build within the space without being attacked for no reason.
I think that's what isn't that what, like, Ben is working on, BitBoy?
I don't
I
know
think
what
that's like I
Ben
think that I
specifically
think
is working on.
I know he, like, his bill and everything. I know there's like a lot of different things that go into that, but what he's trying to protect essentially is DeFi and peer-to-peer payments, and we do need that. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping after this XRP case that people just, like, freaking stop it. I mean, I'm even gonna have January Walker on the show today at 4, the congressional candidate, our friend from Utah, and she's very Bitcoin friendly, and I'm just like, I can't wait to pick her brain on, like, where she thinks, like, this stuff can go within the government, because at this point we have people that are in politics that are in higher powers that are on team Bitcoin and they want to see this space succeed. So I think even then, like, that number is going to outweigh, like, the old people that are still there. And what
Yeah.
boggles me sometimes is that a lot of the people that are creating these laws and things like that don't even use Instagram. They don't send an email. They probably never used Bitcoin. They don't know what it is. They never used it. So it's like, how could you, like, say that, like, no, bad, when you don't really know what it is, and that's upsetting. But again, like we have younger people that are infiltrating, they're coming up, like January Walker, that are gonna come in and be like, yo, like we need to change this. Even Tom Emmer, he's very like yay Bitcoin and stuff like that. So it's just like we have people. We're still early. We're still early, but eventually, like the bull run's gonna come back. The hype is gonna come back, and I think the next bull run is gonna bring like a lot of mass adoption, and it's just gonna be unavoidable at this point.
The
Strictly
tourists,
unavoidable.
the tourists, aka the normies, will come back because they can't
Yeah.
help themselves. Greed can never help them.
No.
Greed
And
is
you
a
know what?
powerful thing, man.
There were plebs buying at 60K, and they were like living their high life, and then they're like, I will sell my goddamn pinky toe for Bitcoin, right? And where's everyone now? Right now, are you trying to sell your pinky toe for Bitcoin? No, when you should. Maybe you should try to sell your pinky toe for a Bitcoin, because it'll help you.
Well,
Not at
well, well,
60K when you're trying to like sell your soul for a Bitcoin. And people begged for these prices, begged,
we're
and they're not jumping
we're,
in.
we're programmed because like when you see a green light at the stop sign, the green light means go, right?
Yeah,
When you see a red light, what does it mean?
stop. So you
Okay.
see red
And
candles, and they get scared.
right.
They paper hands. They let us hand
So
us,
no, but so nobody will ever go into something that's red. When in
unless
fact
you're
every
zesty
investor, well, unless you're zesty and unless you actually read a few books about
and
how
you do your research.
Warren Buffett made
Woo!
his money in the red. The best, the most, some of the most wealthiest people on the planet did not go and buy the top of things. They went ahead and bought when everybody was running. Right? What's the saying? When there's blood in the
Blood in the
streets.
streets.
Yeah, this is when Warren Buffett was buying everything up. Uh, I want to say thank you. Number one, it's 11:38 a.m. On the East Coast. It's probably like 8:38 on the west, somewhere where Akil is
Is
sleeping
dreaming.
in his fifth dream after he fell asleep naked on his couch. Um,
Oh my god.
I like to thank Miss Teen Crypto for coming in here and filling in for Akil Patterson, uh,
Thanks for having me, bro.
aka the Bernie Sandals. Yeah, always a pleasure to have you on here. You know that. Unlike you, who goes ahead and does weird stuff with their guests, in terms of, hey, you can come on, and then like last minute you ain't coming. Uh,
What do you
shout,
mean?
shout out, shout outs to your dad, Randy. Big shout outs to him because every time he tweets, I get scared and I feel like I have to buy Litecoin. Um,
Yo, Litecoin's leading the
check.
market today, I think.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Uh, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch Miss Teen Crypto talking with January. January, who is running for Congress. Hopefully, she wins. I like her because she comes off really nice. I hope that the system,
Yeah.
if she were to win, doesn't corrupt her like the rest of the people that go into Congress. But
The election's
uh,
tomorrow.
yeah, I hope she wins. I
Yeah,
really
me
hope
too.
she wins.
That's why I'm having her on today.
Shout outs to her, and I hope you have a great show. I hope you have a great day. I hope he stays
Thank you.
zesty. Okay, zesty.
Always. Always
Shout
zesty,
outs to
David.
shout outs to everybody who came on to go ahead and listen into the show. Definitely appreciate you guys. Y'all already know. Without you guys, I would never have a platform. So thank you. I appreciate you. And let's hope that after the Fed or announces its rates, I don't know if they did already or not, but let's hope that they also come and say, "Hey, this is the last time we're doing 75. Moving forward, we'll go ahead and do 25 or 50." If that happens, get ready because Leo is saying Safe Moon will be back.
Oh gosh. Wait, before you go, guys,
Yes.
I see you in the chat. Are you listening right now and you didn't hit that like button? Don't be mean. Be nice. Support David. He's out here pouring his heart out to you right now. And Akil's still sleeping. Don't like this video for Akil. Like it for David. I'm just kidding. I love Akil. Guys, please smash the likes. Why don't we have at least 20 likes in here? This is BS. Please show some love. And we love you. So
My
thank you, David.
my my people are the laziest people on the planet. Okay, like to hit the like button, it's too far away from them. But I do appreciate them hitting the button to get into this chat, and I see them all battling, and it's fun to watch. But thank you so much for hopefully by the end of the year we'll have 300 live or 500 live
Definitely.
viewers on this channel. I made a transition from Twitter Spaces, which I had a lot of users on, to YouTube because I think YouTube is just so much better, especially when it comes to reaching people internationally. So,
Hmm.
uh, had to take that step, knowing that it would hurt me at first, but it's all good. On that note, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for making them obviously know that they did not hit the like button, which
We
they
have
should have.
22 likes now. We went up
There
like a
you go.
lot. Yay! I'm so
I
happy.
think we I think we need to bring all the girls on and have a get together here. We'll go ahead and figure
Yes.
that out.
Hmm.
Uh, I'll put on a wig and a dress, and
You should.
then
I
yeah,
told you you should have dressed up as me on Halloween. Next Halloween, I'm dressing up as you, and you're dressing up as me. It's gonna be the best thing ever.
that is something to think about. That is something like if I lost the bet, I kind of do that. Uh,
You, I'll make sure it happens. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna manipulate you.
Jesus Christ. Thank you so much, everybody. Love you guys. Tune in tomorrow, episode 84, the breakdown. Hopefully, Akil Patterson wakes up. If not, who knows? Maybe he'll be a different person. I don't know. Maybe even me, Miss Teen Crypto again. Who knows who will come on,
Maybe the Lord of
guys?
Jorts.
The Lord of Jorts. There you go. The Lord of Jorts. Um, I will yield the mic to you so you can go ahead and close out the show.
Oh, okay. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you. Stay zesty as always. Peace. See you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.